So the Ulster final of 2024 sees Armagh versus Donegal. It's Geezer versus McGuinness. What we're going to do is have a look back at the behaviours and some of the data around both teams and see if we can predict what's going to happen on Sunday. Armagh came into the final with probably bigger question marks looming over them than what Donegal do. They've struggled at times to get over the line or live up to the hype that people put onto them. Now, there's no doubting that Armagh have shown flashes of brilliance, especially in some of the scores they've taken this year. They've also got a lot more discipline in their defence. Armagh, for what it's worth, is also one of the best teams at turning over opponents under a high press. They can do so high up the pitch. They bring you into traps, and that was evident against Down also. But for all that's good about Armagh, there's a calmness about them. On the field, there doesn't seem to be an awful lot of panic, and they're quite methodical in their approach. Style of play is quite conservative. They'll look for the percentage shots, and they don't mind holding on to the ball in order to get those percentage shots to minimise errors. Under Jim McGuinness, with their victories over Derry and Tyrone, they're entering the final as favourites. And what's Donegal's strategy? It's aggression. It's aggression on the counter-attack. They thrive in turnovers, and they aren't afraid of taking risky shots. There's been a lot of talk about how fast and relentless their attacks have been, but there's probably not enough talk about what the outcome of those attacks have been. Donegal are almost the opposite of Armagh in that they are anything but conservative in their play. They take more risks. They'll not wait for the high percentage shot McGuinness has brought into them this year. He's picked it up from Derry and perhaps more so from the All-Ireland club champions Glen. It's a case of shoot and shoot very often. It's a clash of two contrasting football philosophies. What that might look like? Well, Armagh on average had about 20 shots per game, whereas Donegal are coming in around about 26 shots per game. This gives Donegal much more room for errors. They can afford to have a lower conversion rate than what Armagh have. Donegal's conversion rate works out around about 55% for those 26 shots per game, which gives them 14 scores. Now, for Armagh to hit 14 scores on their 20 shots, they need to be up around about 70%, a lot less room for errors. Donegal managed to get a goal. Armagh are in dangerous territory. Donegal will still be able to achieve 26 shots in that game. They've done so in the league final in Croke Park. I do, however, think that Armagh can increase their shot count themselves. I do think Armagh can get 24, 25 shots off against Donegal. Donegal are not defensively brilliant. Against Derry, Donegal conceded 32 shots. So that presents Armagh with the opportunity of shooting and shooting more often. Will Geezer bring that in? I'm not too sure. But I think if Armagh are to win this game, they need to be less conservative and take more risk whenever it comes to shots. And they certainly have the ability to do so.